Attention please. This uploading is only for educational purpose. No intention to infringe copyrights. Learning English with subtitles. GPITRAL. Follow us.
Stephen McGarvey is one of 120 new recruits who are taking a 4-week course to become members of EasyJet's cabin crew. But their training is not just about good customer service.
Take a step back with your right, left arm up, turn towards the screen, elbow down by your hip. Right, lovely. Have a go with each other then. Throttle each other. Nice and kind to each other though.
Today, the trainees are learning how to defend themselves.
Although you know you're going to get aggressive people, you don't think that it could get physical, and you don't think someone's want to strangle you. You know, just for doing absolutely nothing. But they must do, because we have to learn this.
There are 90 serious incidents of air rage in the UK each year. And with the emergency services 30,000 feet below, it's vital that the crew can deal with aggressive situations.
Really whack your bum back, make some space, because if you have a look there now, look how much space there is between me and Stephen. I've made the gap so that it's easier for me to step through. OK.
Soon, Stephen and the trainees will have their first flights, and they're hoping they won't need this part of their training. At gate 11, some of the passengers for the Belfast flight have gone missing.
It's a further and final call for Andrew Neve, wishing to travel to Belfast, to immediately contact gate 11. Kindly be advised that your flight has now boarded and we are in the process of offloading your luggage. If you don't get it now, you won't. Excuse me, please. Is there an Andrew Neve on here by any chance? Andrew Neve? No. It's not on yours, no. Is he here? Where have you been? Not heard the calls?
I've been in the loop.
You've been gone for half an hour. Come straight on the coach for me, thanks. No, thanks. Well, not unless there's got any toilet paper left on it. Been in the loo. I suggest you get in and check in early and go to the toilet. Ooh, typical bloke thing to say. Like, I really needed to know that he was having a dump. Hiya, last coach is on the way, correct through the gate with a TOB of 129 plus 2 it is, actually. Last passenger was late due to being on the toilet, dear.
Katrina and her mother are heading to London for her debut on the catwalk, but she's getting nervous about the competition.
All the models that are there, you know, they've been doing it for years. That's their profession, that's all they do. And there's Katrina, a check-in agent, trying to have a go. Thanks a lot. Mum's got a shout.
I'll look out for you on page 3.
Oh, I don't know about that.
The venue for tonight's charity event is the Bulgarian Embassy in South Kensington. If all goes well on the catwalk, Katrina hopes she'll be attracting more modelling offers.
Flowing, just keep going. You're doing really well, Katrina.
Katrina has fought a battle against cancer. She survived against the odds, but the side effects of her treatment still worry her.
When I was 16, 9 years ago, I lost use of my legs for a year due to my chemotherapy. And I had to learn to walk again. But, sometimes now, my feet go into a sloppy stage where I'm not walking properly.
Katrina's husband, Julian, has rushed straight from work to give his support.
She was really nervous last night, petrified really, but now she's here.
You're nervous and we're only going to watch.
Yeah, I'm nervous.
Back at Luton, there's a problem in the departure lounge.
Can I just ask you, do you want to fly on this flight now? You don't want to fly?
No.
Do you want to wait until later this evening?
No, because I tried that.
Is this why you're so drunk, because you don't like flying?
No, I flew down here, Luton.
OK.
Well, when he came up to buy his ticket, I felt he'd been drinking, so I said to him, look, unless you calm down, have some coffee, they won't allow you on the flight, and they will be watching you. but I did sell him the ticket, but on the condition that he was okay to travel.
Okay,
I don't want to fly.
okay, what I've done, I'm just called my supervisor and she's going to come and have a chat with you, okay?
I do not want to fly.
That's okay, that's not a problem.
It wasn't making much sense. And originally he said he wanted to go to Magaluf, and I've heard he was originally on a Monarch flight that he was offloaded from because he was too drunk for that. And then for some reason he wants to get back to Glasgow. Not sure why.
I was actually hoping to go to Magaluf. Yeah, I was actually hoping to go there, but the circumstances are such that they're not going to let me.
It's the big day for cabin crew trainee Stephen McGarvey. Before qualifying as a steward, he must complete 2 test flights without making any mistakes. The man judging his performance is examiner Brian Clark.
He's been doing all right. He's a little nervous, but that's to be expected anyway. I just feel for him because I know what it's like to be on your first flight and know that you're being watched as well by somebody from training departments. But yeah, he's doing all right.
Hiya, guys.
Stephen is about to take off for the final leg of his test flight.
Shall we just pick your bag up for you?
So far, it's all gone according to plan, but he has one big fear.
If you get a big gang of men who've all been to Amsterdam or somewhere like that, and they're all drunk on the plane.
Stephen's worst fear has been realised. A group of football fans are among his passengers, and he thinks they've been drinking.
I can already smell the alcohol. They're walking past me and I'm getting a waft of alcohol.
Stephen is having problems getting some of the passengers to stow their bags in the overhead lockers.
Is it all right if I just stick that one up as well, please?
It's my food, I'm going to eat that now.
Oh, you're going to?
Yeah.
It's just for takeoff.
It's not a bag of crisps.
All right, I'll just put the bag up and then you can just keep your piss.
Sure.
Yeah, you can get it back down as soon as we've taken it.
You're adamant?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Fair enough, mate.
I mean, I couldn't understand it. I couldn't get on a plane in that state. It's ridiculous. It must be sick in the head. Horrible.
Worried that some of the passengers might act up, Brian issues a warning.
You have one chance now, ladies and gentlemen. Any further disruption, etc., will result in the aircraft turning back, and you will then again be offloaded by the police. Thank you.
I just wish it wasn't on my test flight. I really wish it wasn't. I wish she had a nice, simple niece or something like that. But, of course, I've been stuck on in Amsterdam with a load of drunk football supporters.
Back at Luton, James is still trying to negotiate his flight back to Glasgow.
Yes, I think you have arrived. Am I drunk?
I would say that you've had a drink, yes.
Yes, of course I have.
Right.
I've had a drink.
But there is a limit to what you can drink, sir.
Yeah, who says the limit?
All
No me,
airlines.
no you. Who says the limit?
Yeah, you can drink as much as you like.
And I'll tell you something right now, dear. I am not happy about this situation. I am not happy. Because if they... When I asked...
When I sold you the ticket, I told you they'd be watching you, didn't I?
Yes.
I told you that if they didn't think you were fit for travel, they'd make you wait till the next one.
No.
I did warn you,
hold
remember?
on. Have I got a ticket to Glasgow?
Yeah.
Right. Right, when's that for?
The next flight to Glasgow. Do you want to go on the next flight?
Yes.
Yeah? 7:10. The next
7:10.
flight. I can put you on that one. It's not
Now,
going to cost you anymore.
why didn't you actually organise a flight to Magaluf?
We don't fly to Magaluf.
Yeah, no you don't. Right, okay, right.
So it's strong coffee, okay?
Strong coffee, yeah.
Strong black coffee, you promise?
Strong black coffee, yeah.
Because they'll watch you even more on the next one, I promise.
Right.
At the Bulgarian embassy, the party is in full swing. But behind the scenes, there are last-minute nerves.
Oh, please don't let me trip.
Katrina's family have been joined by EastEnders star Troy Titus Adams, who's come to watch the show. For Katrina, the next few minutes will decide if she's got what it takes to become a catwalk model.
Amazing, brilliant. Really proud of her. Excellent.
I can't explain to you how nervous I was. Within about 30 seconds of knowing I was going to go on, my nerves just came. And
Your nerves?
Well, I'm not
My
sure.
nerves.
I'm not sure if I lost it altogether, to be honest. I realised my faults once I'd done it. Mum's shaking her head. I realised my faults once I'd done it. Like, I was going a bit fast.
But one way or another, it's still a moment to savour.
Mum, take another one.
After a rowdy start, the football fans on Stephen's test flight have settled down.
It must have been awful for him to see them all get on. But he's coped really well, and he's calming down as much as we all did, so I think he's done really well.
But the stress has got to him, and he's beginning to forget some of his more basic duties.
He's forgotten a few things. For example, a toilet check or a bag in the overhead locker for takeoff or landing. But again, first day nerves.
It's been a long, hard flight for Stephen, and he's worried that a few small problems may have cost him his job. The passengers have all been well behaved, but as a precaution, the police have been called to meet the plane as it lands in Liverpool.
Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
But animals get treated better than this, don't they?
Wow.
See you now.
Bye.
We didn't call you out for any individual person. It was just because the feeling amongst the crew was that if you weren't here, I mean, they've been as quiet as mice for the flight, but we've just had this feeling that once they were here, they'd kick out.
You don't think there's anything that we can take people to court on?
I don't.
No.
Okay, we'll take their details,
right.
And if you require them for any purpose.
Yeah.
But thanks very much for coming out. It's
Okay.
Purely precautionary on our part, anyway.
Okay, thanks very much.
Okay, cheers now.
With the flight safely landed, Stephen still has one concern. Will he be the only one from his class not to pass the course?
Everyone who I spoke to who was on my course, who's had the check flight and passed, they said they've done the same things. They were getting stupid things wrong, but they passed. So that's all I keep my fingers crossed.
The crew head back to base. It's time for Stephen to find out if he's passed his test flight. Brian has the answer.
All right then, Stephen. Well, I think you've worked really, really hard today. You really have. I don't want you to go home feeling bad about this. I don't want you to feel down. I don't want you to feel like you haven't done a good job, because you have. You've done a really good job today. But if you don't mind, if we can arrange with crew and we'll just do 2 more sectors together, okay?
Stephen has failed. Before he can become a fully fledged member of crew, he must complete 2 more test flights.
I'm okay about it. I just want to get the next 2 check flights out the way and then just start as soon as possible.
After retaking his test flight, Stephen qualified as a member of cabin crew. James eventually sobered up enough to be allowed to fly home.